brand new ground vehicle, and a brand new jet, all in my expert mode run. My name is Flocka, and today's video is a pretty good one. And if you enjoy this type of content, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Today's video actually starts with a quick resource grind. We need things like flexwood, granite wood, vines, frost pine. You know, we need stuff for iron chests. So we gotta go out to the desert. But it didn't start out that great. We ended up dying to a storm grasslands brute. The game was a little bit laggy, but I'm also gonna chalk it up to me missing my shield queue. So I'm not gonna let myself get away with that. But on the way back to find my glider, we found ourselves in front of a storm sand brute, which, whoa, almost ended poorly. Oh, disaster. Chill, bruh, chill. Oh, the Windows button almost got me killed. I'm gonna take the Windows button out, bro. That'll never happen again. Oh! My dodge button is just a horrible button. A personal malfunction on the keyboard almost got me murked again. That is ridiculous. I'm gonna get caught up on this rock here. He got a really good shot, and I'm praying for 5 seconds to eat this meat pie. Perfect time the W key for the brute. Luckily, I was able to get out of that, but man, did the calls ever keep getting closer and closer. That lag every time he gets close to me actually is deadly. Oh, that poor dude. We finished off the desert brute with one swift blow to the back, and we were on our way. But first, we had to pick up all of that residual resource that he left on the ground. That was all the stuff that we were gonna need to craft our vehicles today. Slapping all of that into the grand chest, we flew back to the expert mode base. I want to do a little fly around. For those of you who didn't see the last video, make sure you go check that out. We had a little bit of a mishap trying to land, but we flipped it around and got it back onto the runway, pulled in, and realized that we still needed some frost pine, but I wanted to adjust how fast my glider was moving because it was kind of slow. So I went ahead and threw a couple more thrusters on the glider, and we went through some switches on, because the best part about the Aim glider is being able to surf on it without falling off. And if you guys haven't seen that tutorial, make sure you go check that out. It's one of my favorite aircraft in the entire game of all time. I don't think that'll ever change, because look how amazing this looks. It gives you a really cool camera view when you hop on a side. I promise it's safe. You can surf around, but we should honestly get back on track. Enough glazing these aircrafts and things that I've already done. Let's get to the stuff we want to do now. And to do that, we need frost pine. So we went to the snow biome. We grabbed our axe and we went to work on some frost pine trees, making sure that I grabbed plenty so that any other projects that I wanted to do I could get done. We hopped back onto the glider and we flew on home. This time, making sure to land right. And it was time to start the vehicles. The first vehicle that I wanted to do was the Scorpion Jet. Now, it didn't start off looking like this. I was just gonna build like a regular jet, and it had the curved like wings in the back. But then I realized I didn't want it to look like an X-Wing, and I kind of wanted to have its own flavor. So I used some sideways building to put one of those little poles on, and we used beachy side just because, I mean, it was the only like solid wood piece that we had. Just so you guys know, in this expert mode run, we have yet to get a single village to level 10. We've only started a grasslands village because we're telling our expert story a little bit different. So as we move along into the different biomes, we will unlock some of those other pieces, but we're only going to be allowed to use what we have in this biome in terms of building ships and building buildings. Now we got that Scorpion plane made. We did all the thrusters and stuff. I will not be doing a tutorial on this. Maybe, just maybe, I sometimes change my mind later on. But this one was really tough. The sideways balloons kind of threw me off, and we had to adjust a lot of the physics. And when I do a tutorial, the physics change when I go into a new world and try to create a new one, and it's just gonna take me quite a few hours to get that going. But nonetheless, I will be doing a lot of jet tutorials that are of this size. This was my first one ever made, and although it did fly right away, like I said, that balloon problem was persistent, and so we had to go ahead and figure that out, fix that, which wasn't actually too hard. We got that fixed. We added some new detail, a black trim right down the center, and some mandibles or some claws, whatever, teeth. I don't really know what a Scorpion has, but we did that to kind of give it a little bit more flavor and a little bit more look and color. And I think that it looks really nice. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think, and if you would like me to maybe try to replicate a tutorial. The thing about it is that I need to get an efficient way to make the hull, the balloons, and the system that pushes it up and forward. That being said, it's time to move on to the next vehicle on the docket, and this one was started on stream. We finished it off stream. It was gonna be like a cool Batmobile looking car, but then we ended up going with more of like the sandstone and this tan wood thin floors that I liked a little bit better, mixed in with some of that black, and we kind of just went ahead and shaped the body. So I'm really tired of talking. My mouth is tired. I'm gonna let you guys watch the rest of this car build, and I'll catch you when we're ready to drive. You know, my favorite thing about making ground vehicles, and it's a shame because I don't make them very often, but it's that they are very easy to make and balance out in terms of weight. You almost don't even have to pay attention because it's not floating in the air. You don't have to make a certain design flight path or way that it operates. You can just throw the tires on, and as long as you've got enough power to make it move, it'll move. So yeah, I think going forward, maybe we do a few ground vehicles as well. Now, obviously, my first two expert mode custom vehicles were a little bit ugly, but I was upsizing from what I usually do, so it was a new experience. I'm excited to get into some newer vehicles, and these ones are going to be used in the grasslands in between the biomes to grab some basic materials. Maybe we take the jet on a longer flight, but this one's going to have 4 grand chests on it. We're going to use it to grab granite, you know, wood, some of those basic materials between the biomes, and that's basically all we're going to be using it for. And we're gonna make maybe a more luxurious car for you guys. Now, once I got those chests on, you know I had to do it to them. I took it straight off the runway, took it for a test drive. It drove beautifully. There was this thing where every time I ran the grand chest up against a large tree, it would absolutely demolish the tree. I don't know what that's about. Maybe look into it yourselves if you guys want to. But we were having no problems driving this thing. The turning was a little bit slow, but we added some thrusters to help out with that. I love it. I love the vehicles we've got in our first expert mode run. Let me know down in the comments which one you like better, the Scorpion Jet or the car that I don't even have a cool name for. My name is Flocka. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button, slap the sub, take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.